down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Foles. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Here's Foles. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let him know. Let him know.
Here's Gurley. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1. Watch the curl. Rush in.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Check nickel.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Check.
1st and 10.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
What we got?
This is Hines. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
13. Check 31.
3rd down and 6.
I got it.
Foles. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Gone. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. He gets it to Cooks. And they're able to work this to the 20. .25 before it's all said and done.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Los Angeles.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Watch out, watch out.
Goff throwing again. And that's complete to Cooks. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And it's 3rd down.
Tonight, 120. 49. Switch out.
Goff on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. L.J. Collier drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And his kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, The action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done? Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Foles. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league, and we're good training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
They'll set up to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that's good for our Seahawks. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike, hey, 7-1, 7-1. Watch the slant.
On first down, Hines. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Rams' 49-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
That's what I do. Check 26, check 26. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check.
They run with Hines. 20. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
Let's go.
A big play that time for the Seahawks. 43 yards on the ground.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7.
Check, check. Fresno.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 2nd and 6. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's 3rd and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jack Doyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And the kick here no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Second and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
From the gun, here's Goff. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
First down, Rams.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yeah, I got you.
Now Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
First down, Rams.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Rams, first down.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Go. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Here's gone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Foles now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Looking deep for Jennings. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point safely through, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 41, Goff looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew, and they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And they'll start on the ground with Hines. Touchdown, Seattle. Nyheim Hines hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
20. Here we go.
Gone. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey, 5. Mike 49.
2nd and 5 now. Goff. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It's called a 51-yard attempt. kick is absolutely perfect. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So his third field goal of the ballgame brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Hey, Silver.
Here's Hines. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Quick dance. Chopper.
Now on 2nd and 16. Foles. He'll find Metcalf. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. 13. 59. Mike's 59. Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking deep for Jennings. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by David Long. Jennings was the one he was looking for. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
After the interception, here's Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Goff now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Now Goff. And this one complete to Reed. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Rams 16.
5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
You can't block me. Whip. Watch the whip.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
36.
General West.
Throwing on second and long. Foles toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Foxtrot.
Now Foles. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A first down run there for Gurley, but nothing opening up as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. There's gone. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Here's gone. And Woods has it complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play. Did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
Let's go, baby.
Complete to Robert Woods. A gain on the play. First down, Rams.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay. Off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
The big gainer there on the catch and run. Seven yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, gone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for two. Throwing again is gone. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Hey, Silver.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At the Rams' 39-yard line.
Whiting!
59. Come to my work. We want it.
Black.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check.
From the 39, Foles. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Hines. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Mike 59. Defense wins championships, baby. Kill. Alert flare.
From the 17, Foles. He's got Jack Doyle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Check 37.
Yes.
Mike.
80 weapons.
59.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Check.
Hey, let's go. Great.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Goff. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He hurdles him.
Should get a gold medal for that one.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd and 12, Foles. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
13. Check, 59.
Focus, defense, focus.
Check.
Yes.
Shit. He's coming.
To go.
Here's Foles. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. From the 25 on second down, Goff. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Agnew. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. On first down. Hines, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's checking.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check 59, Mike. 59, Mike to 59. Check tight. Hey, Delta. Check tight. Mike, check. 59. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 59.
Foles. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he missed it. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10.
Check.
Silence.
Here's Hines on a toss play. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
One.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. One last throw here for Goff. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Seahawks, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.